HOA Karen torched my car in a feud, then collapsed when she found out who I am. Have you ever wondered what happens when a petty neighborhood feud spirals into a blaze of chaos? It started with a parking spot. My beat-up sedan, parked legally in front of my new home, became the target of Karen, the self-appointed queen of the Willow Creek HOA. She stormed over on day one, her clipboard shaking like a battle flag, demanding I move my eyesore to the garage. "This isn't a junkyard," she sneered, her manicured nails jabbing at my car's chipped paint. I explained it was temporary. My garage was packed with moving boxes, but her eyes narrowed, and I knew I'd made an enemy. From then on, Karen's reign of terror began. She'd leave fake HOA violation notices on my windshield, claiming my car violated community aesthetics. Neighbors whispered she'd once fined someone for a crooked mailbox. I ignored her, thinking she'd tire out. Big mistake. Karen's attacks escalated. She'd circle my house daily, snapping photos of my car like a private investigator. One morning, I found my tires slashed, a note tucked under the wiper. "Last warning." I reported it to the police, but with no proof, they couldn't act. Then came the twist. My neighbor, Tom, a quiet retiree, slipped me a grainy security cam clip. It showed Karen, hooded and sneaky, jabbing my tires with a kitchen knife at 2 a.m. "She's unhinged," Tom warned. "Her husband's the HOA treasurer, so she thinks she's untouchable." Armed with evidence, I planned to confront her at the next HOA meeting. But Karen had other plans. The night before the meeting, I woke to sirens. My front yard was a nightmare. My car was on fire, flames licking the hood, black smoke choking the air. Neighbors gawked as firefighters doused the blaze. Karen stood across the street, arms crossed, a faint smirk on her face. The fire marshal ruled it arson, pointing to a gas can tossed in my bushes. My blood boiled. I knew it was her, but the can had no prints. She'd covered her tracks. At the HOA meeting, I played Tom's tire-slashing video for the board. Gasps filled the room. Karen's face turned ghost white, but she doubled down, shrieking, "That's fabricated. He's a liar." Her husband, red-faced, backed her, claiming I was stirring drama. The board, spineless, tabled the issue. I was livid but not defeated. Then came the showdown. I kept a secret close to my chest, one Karen never saw coming. I wasn't just a new resident, I was a private investigator hired by a group of fed-up neighbors to expose HOA corruption. For months, I'd been digging into Karen and her husband's shady dealings. Skimming dues, rigging votes, even forging violation records. I'd stayed quiet, gathering proof, but her torching my car pushed me over the edge. At a special HOA meeting, I walked in with a projector and a stack of documents. Karen smirked, thinking she'd won. "Let's talk finances," I said calmly, clicking to a slide showing bank statements. The room went silent as I revealed $20,000 in missing HOA funds, traced to her husband's offshore account. Next, I showed emails of Karen bullying residents into compliance, including one bragging about teaching me a lesson with fire. The crowd erupted. Karen screamed, "Lies!" But her husband bolted for the door, only to be stopped by 2 cops I'd tipped off. Then I dropped the final bomb. I wasn't just a PI, I was a former arson investigator. I'd worked with the fire marshal to analyze the gas can's residue, linking it to a brand Karen bought weekly at the local hardware store. Her smirk vanished. She stammered, then collapsed into a chair, hyperventilating, as neighbors jeered. The cops cuffed her husband for embezzlement, and Karen was hauled off for questioning on arson charges. The HOA was dissolved that night, replaced by a resident council. As the dust settled, I stood by my charred car, now a badge of victory. Karen's reign was over, her entitlement burned to ash. I moved to a new place, free of HOAs, where neighbors wave instead of wield clipboards. But the story lingers, a reminder that justice, though slow, can blaze brighter than any fire. What do you think? Did Karen get what she deserved, or was she a victim of her own warped power? Share your take below.